Well, hello there, Internet. Well, my name is Vanessa Amber, and welcome back to another Death Battle reaction video. This is going to be Battle of the, heroes, but not heroes? Well, I don't know. Between Omni-Man from Invincible versus Homelander from The Boys. Why's my camera look crooked? Anyway. So before we begin, please watch the original episode on either the Rooster Teeth website or the Death Battle YouTube channel before coming to my reaction or anybody else's reactions. Go support the team that's been making the series awesome. So I don't know much about these two characters as I've never seen Invincible or The Boys. Though they did do a five-way, a all-out brawl between characters from The Boys, and I don't remember who won. I know it was one of the females in there. I just don't remember the name. Again, don't grab your pitchforks, torches and pitchforks at me, but I just don't care about these two characters, or I really don't care about these shows very much, but I'll still watch it anyway. So I'm pretty sure I've seen people all over Twitter saying that this is pretty much going to be a one-sided fight because Omni-Man, well, as far as I've seen, he's battled aliens. More powerful, really powerful aliens. And he's just, super, brutal. And don't get me wrong, Homelander's also brutal, but... Well, yeah. But I just don't know what to say. Again, I just really don't care about these two shows. So let's just get this episode started anyway. Okay, so... Battle of the, brutal hero, but not hero people. Omni-Man versus Homelander. This ultimate slugfest between two Superman wannabes. Who will win? So yeah, so this is pretty much going to be one-sided, so I'll still hear them out, but I'll still vote for Omni-Man. So let it begin in 3, 2, 1, go. Wham, 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 wham.
Omni-Man, the invincible champion from planet Viltrum.
Homelander,
okay, so he's
the
an
world's
alien.
greatest superhero, brought to you by Vought International.
Few heroes have stood the test of time with more aplomb than the very first, Superman. But what if absolute power did, in fact, corrupt absolutely?
Answer, we're all screwed. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh, it's gonna be animation. Actual animation.
Up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's Omni-Man. Had you going there for a second, huh?
Not really. His name is in the title of the video.
Well, you might be forgiven for mistaking Nolan Grayson for his classic comic inspiration. He's even got that sexy mustache that he's not afraid to hide with terrible CGI. Born on the planet Viltrum,
1,000 years?
sent to Earth to act as its super-powered alien defender and spread the enlightenment of his utopian homeworld.
And as his superhero alter ego Omni-Man, there was no one better suited to the task. He saved the world countless times, worked alongside the Guardians of the Globe, and even married and had a son, Mark.
Life couldn't be better.
Yeah, until he beat the shit out of him. I remember this one, he's like, think, Mark! Think! Bloody, I never saw, I just saw images or GIFs or tweets about it.
Till Mark inherited his dad's Viltrumite powers. That's when Mark found out that his dad was a stinking rat bastard liar.
Turns out, Viltrum wasn't exactly the peaceful utopia Nolan promised.
Peaceful in the sense that they culled half their population, murdering billions with their bare hands until only the strongest were left, united by a common purpose.
What the hell, man?
Empire then went on to conquer planet after planet in their home galaxy, murdering any who dared oppose them. So just scratch that whole peaceful part entirely.
Yeah.
Turns out Omni-Man was here to do that same thing to Earth. Sorry, Mark. Your dad's a dick.
Even worse, he's easily the most powerful being on the entire planet.
Imagine combining the raw power of a Kryptonian and the bloodlust of a Saiyan, and what you get is basically a Viltrumite.
Due to their unique DNA, Viltrumites are composed of smart atoms that they can manipulate to achieve superhuman feats, like holding their breath for weeks on end by drawing more energy from the oxygen inside them.
Excuse me?
That reminds me of that whole bioelectric aura thing Superman has. that's basically how comic writers bullshit a sciencey explanation for
Bullshit.
his powers.
I mean,
Except smart atoms make even less sense. How can atomic structure be designated by your DNA? DNA is made of atoms. It's completely nonsensical biological hogwash that I cannot stand.
Wiz is triggered.
Uh-oh, comics fans. I'm calling this debunked. Viltrumites can fly, withstand near absolute zero temperatures, and even possess insane healing factors.
Ew.
You know, stuff like getting punched through the stomach, having your guts ripped out, or having your face smashed up in tomato soup. I don't mean to exaggerate.
Oh my
but
God!
Viltrumites in this series get fucked up and somehow survive.
However, too much trauma to the brain or heart can overtax their healing factors, and
Oh, okay.
intense heat can be especially damaging.
Even the most powerful Viltrumites can be killed by extended baths in the spicy hot plasma of a star.
Ew.
Because of their abilities, their inner ear vestibular system is far more sensitive than a regular human.
Ouch.
Intense sonic pressure will disrupt their fragile equilibrium and even prevent them from flying.
Ooh.
Though pushing themselves to their physical limits only ends up making them way stronger. And considering Nolan has been alive and planet conquering for thousands of years, he's easily one of the
My
toughest
God!
Viltrumites around. Like other aliens attacking him.
This is why I
will
pretty much don't
literally
care for the
splatter their
show.
Bodies against him. But
Like, don't get me wrong. There's only amount of gore that I can tolerate, for the most part, and this is another reason why I pretty much just don't care for either Omni-Man or the boys, or Invincible or the boys. I meant the show.
But Mark didn't inherit everything from his dad. Despite his alien genes, Mark was raised as a human with our weak, pathetic human values like love and compassion and not brutally murdering the shit out of everyone you see like a maniac. Really made it difficult for Nolan to relate to his kid.
Such as when these aliens invaded Earth. Mark tried his best to minimize casualties and
Oh!
outsmart his numerically superior foes.
Nolan, meanwhile, tackled their leader through the portal back to their homeworld, then spent some time systematically annihilating their planet for even daring to take Earth from
Talk about brutality right there!
generational divide.
Oh my God!
Is underselling it. Nolan flew so fast that his body lit their planet's atmosphere on fire, creating massive country-sized explosions. With his own
Countryside?
body as the projectile.
Bruh.
Omni-Man has flown across galaxies in only a week, survived punching a hole through a planet.
You see what I mean by one-sided? I don't know what Homelander is gonna have on this.
And even deflected a meteor the size of Texas.
Assuming that means the diameter of the meteor is
I
equivalent
love-
to the distance
I love how they use the RTAA's like animated form of Texas. Texas represent, even though I'm actually a Californian. But I digress.
from the top of the Panhandle to the Gulf of Mexico. That would make it 1,300 kilometers wide.
Woo!
And weigh over 4.6 quintillion tons, moving at re-entry speeds of over
They're still
11,000
using this.
meters per second. It had hit with enough energy to destroy the moon twice over.
So Omni-Man is strong enough to slaughter those who considered him an ally, the Guardians of the Globe. All to ensure as seamless a transition to the coming Viltrumite rule as possible.
Too
Bruh.
bad for Nolan, it wouldn't be that easy, because he'd have to go through his son first.
Mark was horrified by his father's treachery, spurred on by the reveal that Nolan only viewed his mother as a pet.
Bruh!
Disposable broodmare, Invincible
Bruh.
fought Omni-Man to save the planet.
And that's when Mark's real Viltrumite training began. Get it? Training? Like the train?
Yes, we get it. It was a good pun. Jesus.
But if anything, it was Omni-Man that learned a lesson about humanity that day.
He may have tried to turn Mark into a Viltrumite, but in reality, as Nolan fled Earth with tears in his eyes, Mark made his father human.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see what
Welcome to
Homelander's
Vought
got.
International, a multi-billion-dollar American conglomerate whose #1 products are the greatest superheroes
Indeed.
on the face of the earth.
That's right. Superheroes are
I kinda
real
like Black
and they're
Noir.
big business.
Imagine a company that possesses a monopoly on
So it's kind of redundant. Black noir. Is it noir? Is it noir like another form like black and white? Because, you know, like Spider-Man noir. Kind of a redundant name. Black noir. It's kind of like, not double negative or double positive? Whatever it is. It's still pretty weird to call him a black noir.
popular culture, pumping out movies, TV shows, action figures, and video games constantly, drowning the masses in a slurry of focus-tested nostalgia opium with no end in sight.
Ocean?
Yeah. Imagine.
Yeah.
Within Vought's pantheon of gods among men is their premier super team, the Seven, and its leader, Homelander.
He's got the looks, the charm, the Jesus, and most importantly, he's got the power to slaughter all of America's enemies at home and abroad. This guy probably eats freedom and shits eagles.
I'm gonna be sick.
Homelander's squeaky clean corporate sheen is only skin deep. Far from the big blue Boy Scout he's marketed as, Homelander is probably the closest thing to Lucifer on Earth.
Remember Bad Future Biff from Back to the Future? Now give him superpowers and media training.
What's official story is that Homelander was an alien who landed here as a baby. A tale we're all familiar with.
And one that's total bullshit. Homie was made in a lab with Vought's proprietary super soldier serum.
You see what I mean? Okay, yeah, this is gonna be so one-sided because Homelander isn't another Superman like origin story knockoff. Lab, superhuman experimentation. Plus, Omni-Man, thousands of years, conquers aliens. Homelander, I don't know.
Compound V.
And he was a complete success.
Too much of a success. He was murdering rooms of terrified scientists before his umbilical cord was even cut. In the comics, Vought had to keep a remote-controlled hydrogen bomb strapped to him at all times because they had no idea what else could possibly kill him.
As he grew up, he was subjected to psychological conditioning to make him the greatest and most profitable hero of all time.
It wasn't long before he debuted as Homelander, the ultimate defender of the American dream.
Homelander possesses massively superhuman strength,
there was
speed,
like an
and
animated
durability. He can fly at hypersonic speeds, see through walls with X-ray vision, and detect a person's emotional state from just the sound of their heartbeat.
But you know you're done for when he breaks out his heat vision, which is strong enough to slice through crowds of people or split airplanes in half.
Or screams so loud that it shatters the eardrums of anyone around him.
Those are innocent bystanders whose ears are exploding, by the way. Oh yeah, he totally botched this mission to stop a plane hijacking, so he forced each and everyone on board to die in the resulting crash so they wouldn't reveal his incompetence.
Homelander's powers may be real, but his heroism is a charade. Though he plays his part well, he cares nothing for the peons he's forced to protect.
The only thing he treasures is, ironically, his public image. Turns out being raised as a lab experiment doesn't create a healthy person. But don't worry, he eventually cleaned up his act and started a totally 100% healthy sexual relationship with a fellow superhero, who just happened to be an actual Nazi. Speaking of sex, Wiz, you know how I'm always saying we should figure out how Superman and Lois get busy? Well, forget that, because Homelander proved that they can't when his ejaculation blew his partner to smithereens. Who proved that?
Look, there's no way to sugarcoat this. Considering a human's load has much less mass than a shotgun pellet, it would have to be moving significantly faster to achieve the same kinetic energy.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
What am I hearing? What am I watching?
Over 1,500 meters per second, or 4.5 times faster than sound.
That's right. Homelander can bust a nut faster than the speed of sound.
No, don't.
Well, good night, everybody. Ooh, kinda sucks for humanity that they made this dude the most powerful being on the planet and a psycho murderer.
That's no exaggeration. Stillwell even commented that Homelander has proven immune to every weapon known to mankind, no matter how powerful. Humanity literally lacks the ability to kill him.
That'd include nuclear weapons as powerful as the Tsar bomb, which exploded with the energy of 50 megatons of TNT.
Actually, it could have exploded with twice that. But the Soviets who created it were afraid it would irreversibly alter Earth's biosphere and end the world. That's right, we all almost died.
And that's the kind of shit Homelander can shrug off no problem. He's strong enough to throw a jet with one hand and fast enough to outspeed a C4 explosion.
Despite being an emotionally stunted man-child, Homelander is still surprisingly cunning and able to manipulate those around him.
Though it probably wasn't too smart to piss off the world's angriest limey, Billy Butcher. Yeah, turns out forcibly fathering a bastard son with someone else's wife is not a good idea.
Of note, as unjustifiable as it is, to Homelander, this gave him something he never had before. Some small measure of control over his own life.
Being born Vought's star pupil meant he was under their thumb from the day he was born. His superpowered son was the first thing that was truly his and might be his best option for a new beginning. Or not.
Okay. I'm still gonna vote for Omni-Man in this one. I mean, I'm still taking experience into account. Like 1,000 years as opposed to 41 years. Yeah, we're gonna vote for Omni-Man. This is too one-sided. I swear to God, if they twisted this, I will scream. 3, 2, 1. Omni-Man, go.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
Okay,
It's time for a death battle!
Probably the most brutal death battle I've ever seen. Okay, we're going full-on animation. Nice. Bruh.
Howdy, neighbor. Coco? It's warm. You know, Nolan, Homelander is more than just a superhero. It might be cynical to say this, but he's a brand. And it's very important to me that that brand means something. And if I'm playing second fiddle to some goddamn alien,
Okay.
what's really the point, right? What do you think, Debbie?
Ugh.
Aw, she's shy. So, do we have an understanding? Get the fuck out of my country.
I barely ever hear characters in death battle curse.
I'm going to feed you your own heart.
Bruh.
Shit. That was a great line.
Okay, fight!
Country? Seriously? I'm not here for your country.
Woo! My music's going in hard now! Like peeking my microphone. Oh my god, poor civilians. Better get the hell out of there. Really? Sure.
Never been hit by someone your own size before? You have to turn with the punch to reduce.
Oh!
Better.
What do you say? Well, rip.
What's the matter? Are you going to cry?
After I'm done with you, I'm gonna flash right that little shit son of yours! This worthless neighborhood! And every goddamn person you know!
Oh God!
Remember what I promised you. Now swallow. Merry Christmas.
What did I tell you about one-sided? That was so short.
Oh, Wiz, if there's a god, it sure seems like he was working out some aggression there.
Despite Homelander's dominance within the world of the boys, he's a big fish in a small pond, relatively speaking. Homelander can move faster than sound, while Omni-Man can move faster than light. Homelander can survive a nuke, while Omni-Man can shatter the moon twice over.
To be fair, Homelander did have a couple of abilities Omni-Man didn't, like his heat vision.
And while Viltrumite healing factors have failed against continuous exposure to the heat of stars, that still took quite a bit of time, and there's no reason to think Homelander's heat vision was anywhere near that hot.
Hell, Nolan's tanked heat vision from the superhero Mean Supreme before, who can vaporize people in an instant.
Even if it was hot enough, Omni-Man's superior speed would cut him off before he could do any lasting damage.
But he's just so
Similarly,
chill about
despite
it.
being able to disrupt his equilibrium with his supersonic screaming, Homelander wasn't strong enough to capitalize on it in any meaningful way.
Plus, while Homelander is pretty devious when the situation calls for it, Omni-Man has been fighting and conquering worlds for thousands of years.
See what I mean?
He comes from a warrior culture based on fighting. Homelander, on the other hand, comes from a test tube and never had to push himself as a fighter because he was always so much stronger than everyone else.
And that's the key difference between them. One is a warrior, and the other is a bully. Homelander was never going to give up easy, but Omni-Man's skill, power, and Viltrumite heritage earned him the win.
When it comes to Superman knockoffs, Homelander had to eat his heart out.
The winner is Omni-Man.
I mean, come on, it's too one-sided.
Death Battle is back, and we've launched a brand new membership program for our YouTube channel.
Homelander's
By directly supporting
never
our
stood a
team,
chance.
you'll get unique emotes, badges, and additional content, and
All right,
a bunch more.
who's next? Better
Click the
prepare
join button
myself.
to see more info, and thanks so much for watching.
Prepare for headphones. Okay, Magneto. And Akira? Oh, Tetsuo from Akira? Okay, so nothing that's gonna make me like flip back on my chair. So yeah, Omni-Man wins. It's too one-sided. Come on, it's too one-sided for Homelander to win. Alien versus guy in a born in a test tube. So yeah, so Magneto versus Tetsuo from Akira? That's what it looked like. I never saw Akira, though I don't really particularly care for it either. I'm sure a lot of you would like it, but I just don't particularly care for it. So, yeah, I guess that's about it. Too one-sided. Like, it didn't, like, hype me up, but I gotta admit, the song is pretty good. Voice acting, top-notch. So, we're gonna end things off right here. So, next battle, I'm saying this the third time already. Magneto versus Tetsuo. Battle of the, I guess, magnetic users? Because that's the only thing I could see they would have in common. So I don't know. I just don't know who Tetsuo is. If he's from Akira, let me know in the comments. If someone else, again, let me know. So, until the next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts of this death battle in the comments down below. I don't think you need to ask if you think this is right, because I've been saying this is too one-sided, to be fair. But yeah. If you liked the video and you enjoyed it, go ahead and click the subscribe button. Also, hit the bell button to be notified of my latest reactions. I can't talk today. And follow me on Twitter at FreelancerAmber for pretty much the same thing, or just random shit in general. Remember to stay awesome, be nice to animals, don't be dicks, keep moving forward, and I will see you all in the next video!